What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for a live video transfer deadline day. It is February 1st, transfer deadline day special for everybody to look forward to. Before we get through all of the politics, all of the soap operas of everything that is happening on transfer deadline day, make sure, like always, if you are in... Excuse me, the pleasures of being live. Before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. In terms of subscribers, we're doing really well. We are aiming for 20,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We have got another daily Manchester City transfer update to come tomorrow. That will be the final daily Manchester City transfer update, but not the final transfer update. And we will be doing transfer updates every single day throughout the summer transfer window. Manchester City, they're going to be very busy in the summer transfer window, so I will keep you up to date with that every single step of the way. So, like I said, do subscribe. Leave a thumbs up too if you are enjoying the content. What are we on for likes? We're over 50 already. We've got 70 people tuning in, so hello and welcome. Yeah, let's be ambitious. Let's aim for 200 likes on this live stream. That would be much appreciated. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. If you are watching this, please do leave it a thumbs up. Don't forget also social media links there in the description below if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know all your thoughts in the chat, or if you're watching this afterwards, in the comments below. But before we crack on with this, the very last thing, this video is sponsored by the best footballing app out there, OneFootball. Go and download OneFootball through the link at the top of my description if you haven't already. We have a promo video. Roll it. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So if you want to download the best footballing app out there, all you need to do, press that link at the top of my description. That'll take you to the download page where you can go and download OneFootball. Thank you, OneFootball, for sponsoring this video. So, here we go. Transfer deadline day. Roller coaster of a ride. Isn't the busiest of transfer windows. I was reading beforehand that I think there's been only one permanent transfer that's happened that wasn't already an agreement in place, or a loan agreement in place that's been made permanent from the summer. I think there's only been one transfer which has exceeded £10 million, which, considering how much money is normally spent on that, yeah, it's very surprising. So, transfer deadline day. Let's speak about everything that there is to speak about. We're going to start off first with Taylor Harwood-Bellis. If you are not aware, Taylor Harwood-Bellis has left Manchester City on loan until the end of the season. He has joined Blackburn Rovers, so he doesn't have to travel too far. But yeah, he has joined Blackburn Rovers on loan until the end of the season. There's nothing in place for Taylor Harwood-Bellis to become a Blackburn Rovers player, or for this transfer to be made permanent. It's just a straight loan. Manchester City have every plan for Taylor Harwood-Bellis to get this experience under his belt, to come back to Manchester City, and he will be a Manchester City first team player as of next season, is what is expected. So a good learning experience. What this has suggested to me is that basically Eric Garcia will not be leaving Manchester City, and so Taylor Harwood-Bellis is going to struggle to get any more minutes from now until the end of the season. might get an appearance on the bench or two. But yeah, he's going to benefit more from first-team football. Blackburn Rovers has promised first-team football for Taylor Harwood-Bellis from now until the end of the season, so I am looking forward to seeing what he can do. Championship is a very competitive league. I mean, look what Blackburn Rovers did for Tosin Adarabioyo, ended up turning into an extremely good Premier League player. And obviously now playing for Fulham in the Premier League. So hopefully something very similar for Taylor Harwood-Bellis, another successful loan to them, would be absolutely amazing when it comes to Taylor Harwood-Bellis. So yeah, that is one transfer that is confirmed and done. Also, Keandra Simmons, he has left Manchester City to join Birmingham City. I'm presuming this is a permanent transfer, so I wanted to wish him all the best of luck on leaving Manchester City and a new career with Birmingham City. There are also some other little updates in and around with other players. So Jayden Braaf, still waiting on Jayden Braaf to be fully confirmed by Udinese. I'm just going to check that one just to see if I have missed that and that has been confirmed. As far as I am aware, I've not seen an announcement to say that Udinese have signed Jayden Braaf as of yet. What's the interesting development on Jayden Braaf, though, is that the transfer is not going to include an option to buy. It was previously thought, as I put in my last transfer update, that Jayden Braaf was going to be sold potentially to Udinese for an option of £9 million in the summer. That apparently isn't the case. This, again, like Taylor Harwood-Bellis, is a straight loan to Udinese. That's it. That's pretty much it. But yeah, still waiting for that to officially be confirmed. That hasn't gone through just yet, but I'm expecting no hiccups there, and I am expecting that to go through. Of course, Jayden Braaf is already in Italy. He's already undergone his medical, so we're just waiting for the official paperwork to be completed and for that transfer to be announced. Now, an interesting little development on Aro Muric. He's going to be leaving Manchester City on loan once more. Currently out on loan at Girona. Apparently he's going to leave Girona and he's instead going to head to Willem II in the Dutch Eredivisie instead. So yeah, that'll be a nice competitive move there for Aro Muric. It'll be interesting to see how he does there. His career seems to have stalled over the last couple of seasons. So we'll see what happens with Aro Muric as far as, or in my opinion anyway, I think Aro Muric would probably benefit from a permanent transfer and leaving Manchester City. Hasn't really recovered from his loan move that he had to Nottingham Forest. It didn't really work and it's just kind of stuttered along ever since. Also keeping an eye on a potential outgoing of a young player, DiMaggio Wright-Phillips, the son of Sean Wright-Phillips, former Manchester City man, and of course the grandson of Ian Wright. So yeah, footballing blood running through DiMaggio Wright-Phillips' veins. Apparently, according to the Telegraph, Stoke City want to sign him on loan. What you want and what you get is two completely different things. Thereafter, DiMaggio Wright-Phillips on loan. Whether that happens or not, that remains to be seen. And one thing I'm keeping an eye on is Patrick Roberts. According to several different sources, Race Against Time, Derby County, they want to sign Patrick Roberts on loan until the end of the season. He's currently out on loan at Middlesbrough. But Middlesbrough need to bring in reinforcements to replace Patrick Roberts before they'll allow his loan to be cancelled and for him to join Derby. If I'm completely honest, they've got, maybe 5 to 6 hours to get this done. Yeah, they're going to have to act quick, and I've never really got why teams leave it so late to get their business done, but yeah, there we go. They do. So that seems to be the case. So moving on to the ins with Manchester City. Firstly, City were getting rumoured to be making a move for Diego Costa. Yeah, that isn't happening. Manchester City won't be signing Diego Costa. That has been dismissed by the Times, and that isn't happening. No interest from Manchester City. Manchester City actually aren't interested in bringing in any striker to help with Sergio Aguero's injuries. We're going to have to wait until the summer. Feel free to bicker amongst yourselves if you want as to who you want that attacker, that striker that Manchester City sign in the summer to be. I'm personally looking for Erling Haaland. This could be a massive summer transfer window for Manchester City. Imagine signing Erling Haaland. Imagine how crazy and how much of a frenzy everything everything's going to get into. It's giving me goosebumps already just thinking about it, but that would be absolutely brilliant. And of course, moving on to, I'll say the biggest transfer. I mean, it's hardly the biggest transfer, but where Manchester City are interested in terms of incomings at this moment in time comes in the form of Kwadwo Baah of Rochdale. Manchester City late last night had a bid rejected for Baah. However, Sam Lee and another source have been reporting that Manchester City have agreed a fee with Rochdale now, which is believed to be £500,000 for Baah to join Manchester City. He will immediately be loaned back to Rochdale until the end of the season. He is an 18-year-old winger. I would imagine that he would go into the Manchester City academy, but that remains to be seen. That would be really interesting to see what happens from there. So yeah, you're up to date with all the little bits of transfer updates that we've got. So I think now is a really good time for me to be speaking about other players that we've got an interest in, what Manchester City might think about doing, and then we're going to have a look at all the latest deals in transfer deadline day, what might happen, where the clubs are looking, who's adding what, who's spending what, and just enjoy ourselves basically. So yeah, so I think the first thing we'll speak about will be the title Lionel Messi. Really interesting development that we got on Lionel Messi yesterday. That Lionel Messi apparently is growing very unhappy at Barcelona. There was rumours going around that he was going to sue Barcelona, that he was going to sue the publication that published his contract for everybody to see. Barcelona are really unhappy about the situation and want to sue the newspaper company for putting out such information on Lionel Messi. But it's just further adding to the little bickerings that are happening between Messi and Barcelona. Messi's camp firmly believe that it's been linked from Barcelona's end. Somebody who knows about Lionel Messi's details of his contract have leaked that to the press, which is a very unethical thing to do. And if you was in Lionel Messi's shoes, you wouldn't be very happy about that either. And considering Lionel Messi is currently contemplating his future at Barcelona, I just feel like Barcelona are just trying to kind of shove Messi towards the exit door. He's on a lot of money at Barcelona. They're in a lot of debt. They haven't got great finances, let's be completely honest. And so, yeah, we'll have to see what happens with regards to that. So, yeah, it all depends on who becomes the new Barcelona president, what they sit down, what they decide to say to Lionel Messi, and what happens from there. If I'm completely honest, do I see Lionel Messi joining Manchester City? My heart says no, and my head tells me it could happen, but they both tell me no, if I'm completely honest. I don't see Lionel Messi leaving Barcelona. At the stage that he's in his career, how many seasons at the top level are we talking Messi's got left? 2 or 3, I reckon. And so for that, why would he leave? Why would he leave? It's gonna be just so much of a cultural shock. And I thought if Lionel Messi ever did leave, it'd probably be back home to Argentina. He's made it in Europe. He's done everything there is to achieve at Barcelona. So why would he leave? There is rumours saying he wants one last dance with Pep Guardiola. He wants one last chance to go at a competitive league like the Premier League. One last chance to try and win the Premier League, because he doesn't identify Barcelona as being the team that's going to win the Premier League by the time he gets into his prime and everything. And so that's what Man City are looking at. And if it's doable, City would like to bring Messi in. But I feel like bringing Lionel Messi in would be more of a showcase signing for Manchester City rather than a long-term solution. I have seen lots of people speaking about Erling Haaland, but what I'm hearing about Lionel Messi is Messi would be brought into Manchester City. City would still be looking at attackers, so it wouldn't be a case of Haaland or Messi. It may be a case more of Haaland and Messi rather than one or the other. Lionel Messi had come in, he would more than likely go into a wider position for Manchester City. And so what would that mean for players that are already here, in particular players like Riyad Mahrez? Would they be getting game time? It'd be limiting their game time, and it'd be so... Do you know what I mean? It upsets the apple cart, and I just don't see City doing that. If Messi does decide to leave Barcelona, I could see him going to PSG. It looks like the type of signing PSG would make. It looks like an ill thought out signing. And I feel like the position that City are in and everything that we're looking at, like I said, it'd be a showcase signing for City, but I'm not so sure, and I have my doubts. I do. So let's speak about the other player that everybody seems to be going crazy for in the chat, is Erling Haaland. Now this is a doable transfer for City. We know he's got a £75 million release clause that comes active in the summer of 2022. However, it's thought that Borussia Dortmund may cash in this summer, and I feel like City, if they go in with a nice big bid for him, obviously over £75 million, it may just tempt Borussia Dortmund to sell him. I suspect the stance for Dortmund will be the same as what they've had for Jadon Sancho, which is they'll be looking for £100 to £110 million, and City, if they want to sign him, would have to pay that. They'd have to pay Haaland a big fee, obviously in wage to sign him. They'd have to give Dortmund a big fee, and they'd have to give his agent Raiola a big fee as well, and that complicates things because City and Raiola don't have good working relations. Chicky and Raiola don't have good working relations, and nor does Pep Guardiola and Raiola, so automatically it makes that deal so difficult. But if there's a chance that City could get it done, I would get it done, and I would be paying whatever it takes to bring Erling Haaland into Manchester City. I think he's a world-class young player, and he's exactly what we need. He'd be definitely would fit into the Premier League style of play. He's tall, he's physical, he's good with his head, he's a good shot, he's good with his shooting as well. He's also very quick, and he's a player I think that definitely would suit Manchester City, would suit the Premier League, and would be a really good player for City to bring in. Like I said, though, it's all about the finances. City will have to break their transfer strategy to bring him in. Will they do that? I hope they do. It really will. I think not only would he be a great sign, I think it would make for some very entertaining videos that would come in the summer. And I know people love the daily Manchester City transfer update, so I feel like everything would really take off over that. And I feel like it would give a good period of excitement. It's a bit, even though he's right in the beginning stages of his career, to me Erling Haaland, he's a big deal, he's a big name, and he's definitely a player that I would love at Manchester City. Will City try and make it happen or not? I hope so, but there's a long way to go. Update with regards to new contracts. Kevin De Bruyne, City confident they can get a deal still done with Kevin De Bruyne to bring him into Manchester City. Other than that, no, we don't really have too much of a development with regards to De Bruyne. I would like him to sign a contract sooner rather than later, is what I would be looking for, but as of right now, nothing agreed, nothing in place, nothing close. But yeah, that could change over the coming months, and I would hope that City would be working really hard to get that new contract done before the summer transfer window. And the same can be said if we wanted any other players on long-term deals. John Stones, Raheem Sterling has also been a player that's been chucked out there that City want to put on a new contract. So hopefully we can get them done before the summer transfer window. And then yeah, it moves on to looking at Aguero and Fernandinho, who I think both of them actually may not be Manchester City players come the summer. That's my feeling that I have, my gut feeling. It's not based on any speculation or anything. I think Fernandinho, for the last couple of seasons, has signed one-year contract extensions at Manchester City, and so I'd feel like Manchester City now, what they're going to do, Fernandinho will leave and they'll bring in another player. You would have thought it would make sense if City are going to replace Fernandinho and bring in another defensive midfielder. Rodri's going to be given a more senior role at Manchester City. He's going to be given more minutes and more starts, and obviously look to try and take over that role. We've got Gundogan that can cover there too, so it makes sense to go and sign a nice upcoming player, and I feel like it's just either one or the other with regards to two players. The first player, Douglas Luiz, because we've got a buyback option which needs activating by June 6th, so that'll be a very early transfer to get done, so a decision needs to be made around April or May time for the decision to be made on whether Fernandinho will be staying at Manchester City or not. If the decision is for him to stay, then I don't think we need a new defensive midfielder, and I'm happy with that. But if he does decide to leave, and he does leave, then I think City need a new defensive midfielder, and I'd try and get strike quickly, and I would like to bring in Douglas Luiz would be my option. Other player that's been touted is Denis Zakaria. I think City are waiting to see how he performs against us in the Champions League. He puts in a couple of good performances, and there's nothing like putting in a couple of good performances against your new potential employer, if I'm honest, in the Champions League. But we'll see how he performs against City. If he puts in a couple of good performances, I can see Manchester City wanting to make a move. If not, I can see potentially Manchester City possibly going for Douglas Luiz instead. So it's all about who City want to go for and who they don't. So yeah, I think that's where it lies. Pounce and Daka don't really have much of an update on that. I've not seen him play, so I can't really comment, but I feel like he'd be a cheaper signing for us. I want us to go out there and sign world-class players, world-class attackers. We're talking a long-term Sergio Aguero replacement, and Erling Haaland, he's the man I want. He's definitely the man that I want. He's the player that I want City to target to bring in. Now, lastly, before we have a look at some of the, we'll do some interaction, and we'll have a look at some of the current transfer deals going on right now. We'll speak about left-backs that people are speaking about as well. So thank you, Latile there, pointing out Lodi, and also Evan pointing out that we need a left-back. But yeah, Lodi is definitely a player that City are having a good look at. I don't know what his release clause is. I think a move hinges on what his release clause is. And if the release clause is very high, it's all about whether Atletico Madrid would then accept another player coming in or not. And I'm not sure that Atletico Madrid would. They normally just point towards a release clause like they did with Rodri, and we'd have to activate that. I don't know what the release clause is, considering it in 2019 when he signed for Atletico Madrid. He signed a 6-year contract, and I presume with that 6-year contract would come a very big release clause. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with regards to that. So, yeah, we'll do a bit of interaction in a moment. So let me know, put some of your questions that you'd like updates on players, or ask me anything in general or in transfer related or anything in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them. We'll do that for 10 minutes or so. Then we're going to have another flick around onto Twitter and Sky Sports, see what's happening. And yeah, we'll have a look at what's happening on transfer deadline day. All we've spoken about at the moment is Manchester City. We've not even got into what's happening with deadline day yet. So yeah, get your questions in on the chat. Should we sell Mendy? If we're going to sell a left-back, I'd rather Mendy left than Zinchenko. Do I think Messi will join us over PSG? I think preferably he would prefer to join us rather than PSG. I think it's more of a question of, do City want Messi more than PSG, which I'm not sure about. Indication I'm getting is City is still interested and want him, so my answer to that would be yes. So we'll see. We'll see. Premier League, got a new contract offer from my football team. Nice. Which football team? Nice, nice, nice. Has Messi gone from Barcelona? No, he's still playing for Barcelona. It's just lots of stuff are starting to add up towards him. I think everything's pointing towards him not signing a new contract. I could be wrong, but that's where everything seems to be heading towards. What if Erling Haaland went to Manchester United? Well, I can imagine United paying a lot of money to sign him. I'm not too sure. Considering his father's Alfie Haaland, I couldn't imagine if City, for finance, matched Man United like for like, that he would choose Manchester United over anybody else. Lots of people will tell you that he is a City fan and he isn't a City fan, Erling Haaland, but the fact is, Alfie Haaland, his father played for Manchester City and had his career cut short through a nasty challenge from Roy Keane in a Manchester derby whilst playing for City from a tackle from Roy Keane, who played for Manchester United. And I don't get the overall feeling that's in the Haaland household that Manchester United are a very well-liked club. So will he go there or not? It's all about... I reckon that's all down to money. I can imagine his agent pushing really hard for that to happen. It will take for Haaland to join City for him to tell Dortmund and to tell Raiola that he wants to go to Man City only. If he does that, then he could become a Manchester City player. So we'll see. Haaland likes a lot of stuff with Manchester City, though. Apparently he's a Leeds fan. He's born in Leeds, considering Alfie Haaland played in Leeds at the time of Erling Haaland being born. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. SL3, what do I think of non-league football? It's entertaining non-league football. Non-league football here in England is like no other. The size of some of the clubs in 5th tier and below in England is astronomical, and I think it's good entertainment. If we sold Aguero and got Messi, would I be sad? I'd be sad regardless of anything happening if Aguero leaves, because yeah, he's Sergio Aguero is Manchester City legend, and I love him. I think he's one of the best players that we've ever had here, and losing such a great goal scorer and a phenomenal player who's delivered many memories for Manchester City, it will be emotional to see him leave, and so I'd be very sad if he was to leave. With his injuries that he's got and everything, he could leave Manchester City. That is a case. He could well leave City, and I would be sad if that was the case and that did happen. I'm all for the future, though, looking towards, not looking back. And if Aguero feels like this is the time that he wants to leave, then he would leave. And yeah, but I can see if Aguero gets word that Messi is going to be joining Manchester City, I can see City, at least for another 12 months, putting Aguero on an extension. I don't think it's a case of Aguero leaves, Messi comes in. I think it's more a case of either Aguero leaves and there's no Messi, or Aguero stays and we get Messi, rather than one or the other, if you get what I mean. That's just what I think. Do I think Aguero will sort out his fitness problem? It's very difficult at his age. He's not in his prime to get over injuries as quickly as what he would. And I feel like Aguero would need to be phased in. And it may take time for that to happen. And I'm not too sure City have the time and patience for that to happen. I can see City out of loyalty, giving Aguero another 12 months. Aguero, I think, is pushing hard for 2 years rather than 12 months. So we'll have to wait and see. I think City look keen to get Aguero on a new deal. It's all about if they can agree something, and if Aguero agrees a pre-contract agreement with another club. Let's not forget, PSG, not only interested in Lionel Messi, are also interested in signing Sergio Aguero as well. So, yeah, it could be a case that that dream partnership could happen in Paris rather than in Manchester. So, yeah, we'll see. What do I think of Manchester City collaborating with Fortnite? Well, you got to get the popularity out there somehow. You got to get people talking about the club with different audiences, and considering the audience that a majority children with Fortnite, City, it's a big market for City to be having a look at. So I can see why City would be doing that. They put a lot of effort into Fortnite. I know they've got a partnership with FaZe, and they also do a lot with their esports, particularly with FIFA. So City certainly looking and targeting towards children. And I know when I am starting to see more and more dotted around, not just in the northwest of England as well, that more and more people are starting to put the City shirts on. So it's all about City if they can get the fans to retain the fans and turn them into loyal fans that will, of course, support the club through thick and thin. So, yeah, we'll see. Haaland or Messi? I think I prefer Haaland just because of age. Though I would love to see Lionel Messi in a Manchester City shirt. What do I think we can get Dwight McNeil? I've not heard anything of Dwight McNeil being linked with a move to City, if I'm honest. So no, I don't think we'll get him. Will Aguero play for versus Liverpool? Well, he's back in training with Manchester City now after testing positive for coronavirus, so that's really good news. If he trains hard and puts in the hard work, he could be in contention for that game. He may even be in contention for the Burnley game. We'll have to wait and see. We could be seeing him at some point. Yeah, you never know. You do never know. Top 5 players in the under-18s for Manchester City at this moment in time is a good question. Rather than looking at the under-18, because I'm no expert on youth football, I can speak about players in general that are in the youth academy that I am excited to see for Manchester City. So the first player I want to speak about, who's now become a senior player, Tommy Doyle. I think he's a very exciting prospect. I'm surprised he's not been linked with a low move away for City, just to give him some first-team minutes, but I'm still excited to see what he can do. Taylor Harwood-Bellis is another player I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for him. I'm not sure if his career will lie at Manchester City for progress or not. I can see in the next season or two, possibly if he's not getting first-team minutes, and then him leaving possibly Manchester City like an Adara Bio situation. But that doesn't mean if you leave Man City you're a bad player and you won't make it. Of course, you could always come back. And also, yeah, he got a point to prove, and for the sake of first-team minutes, sometimes that is what is best. But I'm excited for the future of Harwood-Bellis. Another top player, just having a think around. with Jayden Braaf's a player that excites me. Just needs to sort out his attitude. I'm hoping this loan move might do that to Udinese, and I am happy actually that there isn't an option for them to buy, because if he does really well, then he could well be promoted to the City first team squad, which I'm hoping City have sat down with Braaf before he's left and gone on the plane, that City have told him that if he does really well at Udinese, that when you come back you'll be in the first team, because that's what I'd have said to him. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So that's 3 players. James Trafford, the young goalkeeper, is another player that excites me too. I'm excited to see what he's capable of. Grimshaw, the goalkeeper, also is another player that excites me. So I would like to see what he is capable of and see what happens there. He's another player that excites me from the City Academy. And having a look around at some of the other ones, I'm going to keep an eye on Morgan Rogers' loan. He's another player I think has a lot of potential. And we'll see what happens there. So yeah, they're the young players that I rate, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. So 3 players that I would want to join City I presume this summer. So I would go for Haaland up top. I would like to see if Fernandinho leaves, Douglas Luiz added to Man City's squad, so that's 2. Left back signed. Realistically, I can see that being Lodi. If you're asking me my own personal opinion, I would like City to go and sign someone like Alphonso Davies. It's not going to happen, but you're asking... you're asking who I'd like for Man City to sign. He's a player that I'd definitely want at City. I'm glad you mentioned Husam there. I'm wondering if City are going to make a move for him in the summer or not. Depends if City are looking at central midfielders. Word I'm hearing at the moment is we aren't, so I presume we're not going to make a move. And I can't see Husam waiting forever to want to go to Man City. I can see him one day joining another team. And so, yeah, that ship may have sailed. But if City are looking at central midfielders, I definitely would like City to be going in for Husam, because I just think he's a wonderful football player. So, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, just before we have a look then at transfer deadline day and seeing what the business other clubs are doing, particularly in the Premier League, and we head back onto Twitter to see if there's any more updates, just wanted to give a big shout out to OneFootball, who have sponsored this video. So if you haven't already, please do go and download the OneFootball app through the link at the top of my description. That would be much appreciated. That will keep you up to date with all the latest scores, all the latest transfer news and latest news, statistics. I particularly like on OneFootball because it tells me what channel City are going to be playing on in the UK, which is really useful. And it is a really good app, so do go and download that through the link at the top of my description. That does help to support the future content created here on the JSGC channel. Leave a thumbs up if you are enjoying this live stream. We are aiming live for 200 likes. We are currently on 116 likes, so we're only 84 likes away. So if you haven't done so already, please do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. And lastly, don't forget, if you are new around here, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We've had a really good January transfer window actually on the JSGC channel. We've picked up nearly 1,000 subscribers this month, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you everyone for the continued support. That is much appreciated by me. People obviously enjoying the daily Manchester City transfer updates, and they will be back again in the summer. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. Thank you, Evan. I do appreciate that. So, yeah, we're on that push towards 20,000 subscribers, and I'm hoping, ASAP, that we can hit 16,000 subscribers and continue the good growth. So, long may that continue. We've got plenty of City content as well for everybody to look forward to. We're doing, obviously, live watch-alongs. We're going to have our match review and analysis coming back very soon, too, for everybody to look forward to. We've got right in the thick of it, City leading the Premier League title. We could have live trophy celebrations, Champions League football coming up, FA Cup football. We've got a Carabao Cup final to look forward to as well. Lots for everybody to look forward to, and I'm hoping that when fans do return to stadiums, we can start turning some of these into match vlogs for people to enjoy as well. So yeah, do subscribe if you are new around here. Right, quick note then, I'll answer that one question. Patrick Roberts break into the first team? No, I think his time at City's done, is my honest opinion. So there we go. Bam bam bam. Firstly, I'm just going to head on to Twitter just to see if there's any updates of any players that may have left Manchester City and see if anything is happening there. So, according to Sam Lee, DiMaggio Wright Phillips, a little update on him. He's set to join Stoke City. It's not going to be a loan deal. It's going to be a free transfer with his current deal expiring in the summer. So it's going to be a permanent transfer, just like what the Kendra Simmons transfer was to Birmingham City. So that's really interesting. I'm just going to make a note of that one for my daily transfer updates. So there we go, just a quick note there for the transfer update. It's according to Sam Lee as well, it's going to be 300k for Kwadwo Baah to join Manchester City. And it's thought that actually that transfer may go through in the summer rather than this winter. Man City's thoughts are he will more than likely go out on loan again next season. So, yeah, he's an 18-year-old winger that currently plays for Rochdale. So City's looking like they're planning to send him through the loan system there. Excuse me. So, yeah, I find that one interesting. So I'll just make another note of that. Stay with Rochdale. Next season, bam. That's how I do my transfer updates, make notes and keep an eye on everything that is happening. That's how we do it here on the JSGC channel. So there we go. Bam, 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 bam. What's happening with Dzeko coming back? Dzeko, good question. I'm not sure. I've not heard anything to say that Dzeko was leaving AS Roma, so I'm just going to have a quick look around, see what's happening with Dzeko. So Fabrizio Romano said that the Dzeko Alexis Sanchez deal is off. Manchester United have no interest in signing Edin Dzeko. Manchester City have no interest in signing Dzeko or Diego Costa as well. So yeah, seeming looking like Dzeko probably will be staying at AS Roma. So yeah, I find that one really interesting. That is interesting to say the least. Kendra Simmons has just put a nice little tribute to Manchester City, which I'll read out. So he's put, after many years of learning and developing as a player and person at Man City, it's now time for my next chapter in my career. I'd like to say a massive thank you to all the staff who have believed in me and supported me on a daily basis since the age of 6, and also to my amazing teammates who have pushed me to better myself every single day. Wish you guys all the best in the future, Kayden Simmons. So best of luck to Simmons. I hope he smashes it at Birmingham. I really do. Seems like a really switched on young kid. Yeah, I really do hope he does really well at Birmingham, so best of luck to him. Harris there had to rush home from work to get this sorted and tuning in. You're not the other one that's had to rush back from work to tune in and get this sorted as well. I've actually struggled to keep up with transfers today because my time's been short, right, from me. I started work at 8, didn't finish till 4, I didn't get out till 4:30. I've had to go to the supermarket, get some bits and bobs, and then come here. So I had everything. I got back about 5:10 and everything set up for, what? 20:15, 20:15. So it's literally just been changed, chuck everything off, get new clothes on, and ready to go here. So yeah, it's been a bit rushed for me. And I am feeling... I'm feeling pretty tired, if I'm honest. It's only Monday, and I'm feeling pretty tired, but I wanted to give a nice conclusion to the daily Manchester City transfer updates, and considering it's transfer deadline day, thought it's a good idea for us to go live. I promised it, so I will, and like I said, I do 10 AM, upload GMT every single day, and that will be happening again tomorrow for everybody to look forward to. So I'm going to go and have a look at the other transfer business that the other clubs are having a look at, but before I do, make sure you do subscribe if you are new around here, and also leave a thumbs up. We're aiming for 200 likes, we're now only 74 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. You bunch of legends. So let's have a look at some of the other transfers. So I'm heading on to Sky Sports, seeing what they're reported and what's happening at this moment in time. So deals coming in thick and fast. So Sheffield United, Dutch goalkeeper Michael Verrips, he's joined MNFC in the Eredivisie on loan for the rest of the season. St Johnstone in Scotland have completed the signing excuse me, of Charlie Gilmore until the end of the season. Derby midfielder George Evans, former Manchester City man, isn't it, as well, that George Evans? He's joined Millwall on a long-term deal. Let me check if that's the same George Evans. Fairly sure it is. It is, yeah, former Manchester City man George Evans. Did really well at Reading when he went there. Went to Derby County, hasn't really hit it off, and so he's headed to Millwall. So there we go. That's interesting. That is interesting. Is it COVID? No, actually, I had a test today. I have weekly tests. So yeah, no, it's not. Or at least it wasn't this morning. Anyway, so Tottenham have confirmed that Jedson Fernandez, he has been recalled by parent club Benfica and has joined Galatasaray on a 6-month loan. So that was a bit of a flop there for Spurs. Port Vale have announced the signing of Mustafa Olagunju from Huddersfield as well. West Brom have completed a signing. They've signed OK, love that name, OK, Yokoslu from Celta Vigo. He's signed on loan at West Brom there. Don't know too much about him. Burnley's recalled Adam Phillips from Morecambe and sent him out on loan to Accrington Stanley. Liverpool are apparently closing in on the signing of Preston North End centre-back Ben Davies, so we might be seeing Ben Davies start against us. Might well be happening. That's interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. Parma, they've completed the signing of Joshua Zirkzee from Bayern Munich on loan with an option to buy for €15 million. Jamie Proctor, Rotherham forward, he's joined Wigan on loan until the end of the season. Anyone else? Liverpool apparently having a look at Ozan Kabak. Costed an initial fee of £18 million, which could rise to £26.5 million. I think Liverpool are set to sign him on loan. Yeah, £1 million rising to £1.5 million loan fee. I'm not sure if it's an obligation or an option to buy for Kabak to become a Liverpool player. He plays for Schalke though, and he is a centre back, so he might be another player that City could well be going up against. So, Liverpool seemingly looking at defensive reinforcements. I'm not too sure whether it's Kabak and Ben Davies that they want to sign, or whether it's one or the other. I'm not too sure. That remains to be seen. So yeah, there we go. Hibernian have rejected a £3 million bid for Kevin Nisbet from Birmingham City. Robert Glazel's left Cardiff and he's joined Mainz on loan in Germany. Hertha Berlin's made a good signing today. They've signed Sami Khedira from Juventus. I think Sami Khedira was getting linked with a move to, was it West Ham earlier? There we go. Bolton signed Danish goalkeeper Lucas Jensen on loan from Burnley. Anything else? Nathaniel Mendes Liang's on his way to Middlesbrough for a medical after they agreed personal terms with Cardiff for him. Galatasaray confirmed the signing of DeAndre Yedlin from Newcastle on a permanent transfer. Former Manchester City man Olivier Ncham, he's set to sign for Marseille after Celtic and Marseille have agreed a fee with a deal worth up to £4.5 million. That's going to be a loan. Sorry, it's going to be a loan with an option to buy for £4.5 million. Leicester City youngster Callum Wright's joined Cheltenham. It's been a really quiet window, this one, hasn't it? There isn't too much happening, if I'm completely honest. Isn't too much happening at all. Yeah, there isn't much happening. Just having a flick around. West Brom have agreed a loan deal for Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Sure, that's going to get everyone's blood rushing, that one. Everyone's going to be dead excited about that. I think it's all eyes on Liverpool that could be busy today. City, in terms of it, we've got Harwood Bellis is already headed out on loan. We're waiting to see what's happening with Kwadwo Baah and Jayden Braaf. We're just waiting for that to be completely confirmed, really, and that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, that's really interesting. So there we go. Yeah, keeping you up to date with every step of the way with everything that's happening there. Do I remember all the Koulibaly stuff? Of course I remember all the Koulibaly stuff. It's hard to forget. Who do I prefer? Conor McGregor or Khabib? I'm not a real fan of UFC, so I can't comment. I can't give an opinion because I don't watch it, so I don't know. If I'm honest, I'm sorry. I don't know. Who is my top 4? My top 4 would be Man City, no particular order. Man City, Man United, Liverpool, and I'm going to go for Chelsea. That's what I reckon. City Extra tuning in, that's decent as well. Set up. Well, all we've done is move from one end of the room to the bottom end of the room. But we've got a big TV just sitting to one side of me. So if I turn things away, that's when I start watching the TV. In fact, I should have had Sky Sports News rolling and made this a good professional setup, but there we go. I've had to rush back. It is a very boring window, I know. I've been pretty bored as well. I'm just glad the transfer videos are done now because it's just so tiring with nothing happening, but there we go. Best joke. I was told a really good joke the other week, but it's more of a kid joke, and it was what's black and white and spins. And it was a penguin in a washing machine, which, considering I wasn't expecting it, gave me a good chuckle. That's all I've got. I'm not a real fan of jokes, if I'm honest. Would I rather win the domestic treble or win just the Champions League? I'd probably take the Champions League, if I'm honest. Decent, Harris. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Clash Jan Huntelaar. That's not a name I've heard in a little while. Retirement home of Old Trafford there. Jeez. Good grief. Clash Jan Huntelaar. Is he still playing for Ajax, was it? Once upon a time. Where is he these days? Let's have a look. Where's Huntelaar these days? Clash Jan Huntelaar. And he's 37 years old. 38 in the summer. Playing for Schalke. Tell you what, he didn't do too bad actually at Ajax. 45 goals in 85 games. Before that, played for Schalke between 2010 and 2017, scoring 82 goals in 175 appearances, which isn't bad at all. Definitely seems to be his league, the Bundesliga and Eredivisie, because he played 46 games for Heerenveen between 2004 and 2006, scoring 33 goals. Went to Ajax, scored 76 goals in 92 games, which is really impressive. And then from 2009 through to 2010, played for Real Madrid, playing 20 games, scoring 8, which isn't a bad record, and then scoring 7 goals for AC Milan in 25 appearances before heading back to Schalke, back to Ajax. Not a bad player on his day, actually. Clash like Jan Huntelaar, if I'm honest. Do I think Delap should have gone out on loan? It's a good question. I'd probably give... No. There you go, there's my answer, no. I'd probably let him utilise the academy, see how he does, let him mature, and then move on from there. Possibly loan him in the summer, give him a season out wherever they want to send him. Knowing City, more than likely somewhere in the CFG or Girona or something like that. But I think English football would benefit him. He's got a proper build of a proper English striker, and I think that would really suit him. Yeah, that's what I reckon. And so we'll see how he gets on. But knowing City, I can see City not loaning him at all, if I'm honest. Ah, that's nice. It is nice. Reading, yeah, somewhere, I'm trying to think, actually, where would be good. I think somewhere like Blackburn, like Harwood Bellis would be good, if I'm honest. All depends on where we'd get good playing time, but yeah, it's a good shout. Andrew there, good shout. I would have thought, Brexit striker, that's funny. Brexit FC. I do think. I do think a move to the Championship would suit, as long as we could find a club that would give him all 46 games, which I think would be good. Taylor Harwood-Bellis to Blackburn is done, completed, signed. Blackburn's announced that he's headed out on loan, so best of luck to Taylor on that move. In terms of Baah, we haven't yet signed him. Seems to be some complications with regards to that deal as to whether that's going to be happening in this window or the summer is where we're at right now, so we'll see. Doyle should have gone out on loan to Norwich since Fernandinho leaving this summer. I think Doyle should have headed out on loan. I think City aren't, because they're concerned about playing time, coronavirus, injuries, etc., wanting to keep the squad as fresh as possible. So I understand why he's not being loaned, considering a couple of players have already left out on loan from Manchester City in this window, including Harwood-Bellis, who was in and around the first team squad. They did not want to send too many players out, but I do think a loan move would have suited Tommy Doyle. And he's certainly a class player that would certainly be a good player right at the top of the Championship, in my opinion. But it's all about minutes rather than the club that you join in. It's all about, will you get 46 competitive games to show what you can do in a competitive league? And if the answer is yes, then it will be a good low move for any young player, in my opinion. Harris, yeah, I agree. Jayden Braaf, how he does at Udinese will decide his Man City career. I reckon he has been told if he does well, he will come back to the City first team squad. If not, I could see him leaving. And considering that £9 million, which apparently isn't included in the deal now for him to go to Udinese, is telling me that that's the price City are looking for, roughly around £10 million, give or take. For Jayden Braaf. Of course, Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen are interested. They might not have the funds to fund for him until the summer, and that's might be why it's not been included, and that's what they have in mind. Maybe City's plan is to sell him all along, but we'll have to wait and see. Pucky on loan from Norwich for 6 months. No, I don't see City doing something like that, if I'm honest. It's just too temporary. I feel like if City were going to go for the temporary option, we'd already have brought somebody in. I was crying out in the summer if we wanted a temporary option, bring someone like Mandzukic in. We could obviously bring in somebody like Costa that's been linked, or Dzeko. If there's good temporary options there for City, but City haven't really been or shown any interest in that. It's just more been fan hype rather than concrete interest from the club. Harris, I love that. Typing K in the summer, automatically comes up Koulibaly transfer news, JSGC. Every single day, Koulibaly update. And you all loved it. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. We all love the Koulibaly updates. We all miss Lupus. I miss Lupus commenting on my videos. I'm hoping we're getting linked with another Napoli player that we don't sign and it goes on for months so I can have him back, because I do miss him. Irony, okay? Irony. City aren't interested in any short-term options. Up front, no options. Costa, Dzeko, anybody, not interested. Not happening. Not in this window. So Leicester were looking to try and sign Nathaniel Chalobah from Watford. That isn't happening. Cenk Tosun from Everton has joined Besiktas on loan until the end of the season. Like I said, deals are coming in thick and fast now. Head back onto Twitter, see if there's any more updates. Fabrizio Romano has said that Jayden Braaf has joined Udinese on loan from Manchester. I love that he's called him Jason, which is my name. Name's Jayden, of course. Don't think that's been announced by Udinese. It hasn't, not yet. Still waiting for official confirmation. That'd be good, a transfer to be announced while we're live. That'd be brilliant. I've not heard anything about Gabriel Veron. Kayky and also Metinho, signings at City are going to try and get done between now and the summer. No real rush for them transfers. They're just two transfers City are working to get done, and it's signings for the CFG rather than for Manchester City. Jaden Brown. Right. Arik Knight, I agree. I do agree with that. Hope it doesn't come back to bite us. Missing a striker there. I don't really watch too much F1, if I'm honest. I would like to go to F1 to witness and see what it's like. Don't have a favourite team. Don't have a favourite person, if I'm honest. I don't really watch it either. But I do know about it. I think it would be good to watch. In my opinion. Locatelli, no update on Locatelli. That'll be something City will be looking at in the summer. Jonathan, that's a crazy deal. Cantwell for Foden. Foden definitely won't be leaving City. Cantwell, it's nowhere near Foden's level. Nowhere near. What? What? Aro Muric is set to be loaned to the Eredivisie to Willem 2. He's currently out on loan at Girona. How many games has he played, Muric, this season? Is he getting minutes in the Liga? Is it La Liga 2, whatever it's called? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. How is he doing? Get onto the transfer market profile. Course from Kosovo. Well, actually, he's born in Switzerland, but plays for Kosovo. Kosovo International. Man United, Herbert resigning to City, winning the Premier League. That's stuff we like to see, isn't it? I'm just waiting for the thing to load on Aro Muric. This has been a nice, fun live stream. Why do we still own Muric? Damn, you tell me. Why do we still have Muric and Patrick Roberts as City players? Andrew, my replacement would be Douglas Luiz. The loan to Blackburn for Taylor Harwood-Bellis, I presume you're on about there, Bader, is till the end of the season. So till June 30th. The like target, 200, so we're 46 likes away. There isn't too much more. We've been live for an hour. I think it'd have been live for maybe 10 more minutes or so. There isn't really too much more for me to speak about. So if you are watching this and are enjoying it, please do leave a thumbs up. That'd be great if we could hit 200. If we could have a transfer in the next 10 minutes and 200 likes, that would be a brilliant live stream. Daniel Grimshaw. Gone a bit quiet on Daniel Grimshaw. I've always rated him. Maybe needs a loan. Maybe, I don't know. I've always rated him. Trafford's now gone ahead of Daniel Grimshaw. So there we go. I'm hungry. Get 10 minutes. Get tea on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. If I could sign one player, then who would it be? Erling Haaland would be the player I'd be looking at. Harris, love it. It'll be live for another 4 hours. Oh, man. Live for another 4 hours. There we go. Right, so we're aiming for 38 more likes. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you are watching this and you haven't already. Leave a thumbs up on this video. 38 more likes. That would be much appreciated. Subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aim at 20k subscribers. We're closing in on 16,000 subscribers. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. And this football is also brought to you by OneFootball. Go and download the best footballing app out there. Press that link at the top of my description to stay up to date with all the latest football news, football scores, football statistics, transfer news, all that good stuff. All you need, OneFootball app. Press that through the link at the top of my description. That would be much appreciated. Tea or coffee, as Matthew says, it is TEA there. Tea or coffee? Tea. I think I said coffee. I don't know why. I don't like coffee. Hate the smell of it. Tea. I'd rather have tea. But I'm not a real hot drinks fan, if I'm honest. I've not heard of any City documentary coming out, but if there is, I'm looking forward to it. If there is, that'd be really good. That would be really, really good. As we're now 33 likes away, so any help towards that would be great. Great. Aro Muric. He's only made 2 appearances. Is he being injured or is he just on the bench, Aro Muric? Not sure. Hello, Refract. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Would you like to see a Man City All or Nothing Season 2? I would love to see a Man City All or Nothing Season 2. That would be really good. That would be great, actually. If they ever do some like fan opinions and stuff to go in there, on the series, I'd love for them to hit me up and get a little brief JSGC appearance on the big screen on TV. That'd be a dream. That'd be life complete. So if Amazon are doing that, I mean, I've got Amazon Prime and paying you £4 a month. Make it happen. Make it happen. I do wonder if Yaya Toure ever got his birthday cake as well. Who knows? And if he did, was it chocolate cake, Victoria sponge, lemon cake, red velvet? Who knows? Who knows? If City are going to sign anybody today, it'll more than likely be Baah, the player from... not an actual bar. But Kwadwo, how would you say his name? Baah from Rochdale. Would be the person that City may bring in, but again we've got no updates on that as of right now. City apparently have agreed a fee to sign him, and Rochdale are going to keep him until the end of the season. It's all about whether it'll be a signing done in the summer that City might announce today or not, or it might be the case that Liverpool, if Man City sign him today, City loan him to Rochdale, waiting to see what happens there. I think this season will be pretty close, going off what I've seen from Liverpool. Pretty poor run of form right up until that Tottenham game. Not playing particularly well, yet winning pretty comfortably for that Spurs game and the game against West Ham. A couple of difficult fixtures there that Liverpool have dealt with. So I think I can see Liverpool competing with City for the Premier League title. I do think City, with momentum, can accumulate a lot of points. So, yeah, we'll see. We will see. We will see what happens with regards to the Premier League. I am looking forward to the running. I do have a sneaky feeling the match on Sunday at Anfield is going to be a big, really big game. But at the moment, all I'm looking towards is our match against Burnley on Wednesday. is what I'm looking for at this moment in time. Bam, bam, bam. Patrick Roberts on a 10-year contract. That's what we're wanting, isn't it? Kwadwo Baah. Is it Kwadwo Baah then is how you'd say it? But where does the sound Kojo come from in the spelling? I get a serious sense of Gaelic Irish pronunciation with that. Names like Saoirse and Neve, which you look at them and you're like, where are these sounds coming from? Oh, anyway. Yeah, Sunday could well define the season there. Looking forward to it, actually. We're doing a live watch along of that. We'll see how that one goes. Hopefully City can... I'm looking for us realistically to avoid defeat. If we avoid defeat at Anfield, I think that'll be a really good result for us if we can win there, considering we've won... I think we won once during my time of supporting City, thanks to Kayky and Kwadwo Baah. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult, but we'll see what happens. We'll take it, win, lose or draw. We'll take it in our stride, and yeah, it is what it is. Is it 2003 or 2004 the last time we won? It wasn't Mosampa, actually. Mosampa was the home match that I'm thinking of. I think it's Nicholas Anelka that scored at Anfield. Like I said, I've only known us win there once. 2003, there you go. We're talking within a year of me supporting City, so I started supporting them in 2002. It's been that long. Right, we're only 26 likes away now. We're going to be live for another couple of minutes. 25 likes now. So let's go. Let's try and make that happen. That would be absolutely brilliant. I want to hit 200 likes. That would be absolutely sensational, and any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. That would be absolutely fantastic. Subscribe if you are new around here, and go and check out One Football through the link at the top of my description if you want to go and download the best footballing app out there. Just have another scroll just to see if there's anything else happening. It looks pretty quiet on the football transfer front, and considering it's transfer deadline day, it's very disappointing. It's been a very quiet, not only deadline day, but a quiet window itself. So yeah, I'm expecting the summer to be a little bit more lively, but I feel like we're all feeling the impact. Not only they were saying Brexit is an impact on this, but it's not only Brexit. We're also feeling the impact of the coronavirus as well, having an impact on the market. So there we go. Do I think Palace or Newcastle can go for a European push next season? I'd be surprised with Steve Bruce in charge if Newcastle remain in the Premier League, if I'm honest, and Crystal Palace far from impressed. So I'd be surprised if either of them were European clubs from next season. We'll see. Transfer dead. I'll just leave it at transfer dead. Dead day. Nothing's happening. Literally, nothing is happening. That's really funny. Love that. Love that. How old am I? I am, let me work it out, 25. I'm 26 this year. Got youthful looks. Might not look it. Older. I look a lot younger than what I actually am. But trust me, on the inside, I definitely feel old. Although I'm happy if it's not showing. That makes me really happy. But yeah, I forgot to put on Twitter that I'm live. I'm not very good at this. Considering I've got nearly 16,000 subscribers and I've been doing this for over 4 years, you think I'd be a bit better at this than to do something as amateur as I've not even promoted this live stream. Yeah. Oh, that is funny. That shows you how rushed I was this afternoon in getting back from work and getting this sorted. So that's funny. That's really funny. Right, we're 20 likes away now. So any help towards that would be much appreciated, everybody. Let's get them 20 likes. Let's get the live stream done and dusted. Let's get the transfer update all filmed and everything ready for tomorrow morning to get the final transfer update, or the daily transfer update, sorted for the January transfer window. There we go. So 18 more likes. Let's make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. 17 likes. Here we go. We're making big strides now. 16 likes. You're watching this, you haven't already. I'm sure there's 16 people that are watching this that haven't left a thumbs up already. Let's get that number over to 200. That would be sensational. I can rest, and like I said, I can get the transfer update all sorted for tomorrow, and then we can crack on with the rest of the season. There's so much football to get through from now until the end of the season at the end of May. Yeah, we've got the European Championships and everything. Hopefully things are going on and everything, that we can be doing some live streams on there. We can start having the rollout of fans back into stadiums. And we can all start looking forward to life again. Yeah, optimistic more than realism, I would say there. There we go. Yeah, let's smash that like button now. Here we go. 9 more likes away. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's make that happen. Everyone seems to be tweeting about the Liverpool game. I think a lot of people are excited for that, and I'm excited for that as well. February is going to be very decisive for us. We've got a match against Spurs coming up after Liverpool. We've got a match against Arsenal coming up soon as well. It's going to be, it's going to be a really difficult match. But like I said, the importance of winning a Premier League title all comes down to simply taking it a game at a time. We know what it takes to win a Premier League title. Liverpool now know what it takes to win a Premier League title. You just cannot afford to keep looking at games that are coming ahead. You just need to focus on what's happening now, win the games, and move on from there. Like I said, we've got a big game against Burnley, and that's a must-win game for me. Drop points in that, and all of a sudden, it's very interesting there at the top. So we need to just make sure that with the gap that we've got now, we start maintaining that gap and see if we can start increasing that. And the more we win, the more that will put pressure on the other sides. Big February, lots of difficult games to come. I'm looking forward to them. We had a great January, won every single game. I think we scored 26 goals and conceded only 2 goals. One of them goals, of the 2 goals that we conceded, was against Cheltenham Town. Which, that shows you all the irony of where we're at this moment in time. So hopefully we can head to Turf Moor, get a win. I'll take a 1-0 win. I'll take a win of any kind, and we can all move on from there. So there we go. Right, yeah, like I said, please do leave a thumbs up on this video if you are enjoying this video. We're aiming for 200 likes, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. That is the like goal for this whilst I am live. Don't forget also to subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. I am aiming for 20,000 subscribers. We're close to 16,000 subscribers now, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. You've all been sensational in the support that you've shown me throughout not only this month, but actually throughout all the time that I've been doing YouTube. So kudos to you. A big salute to everybody. Thank you for that. And make me feel very blessed and humble for that. So it is much appreciated by me. Social media links, you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, where I won't be tweeting when I am live because I forget. If you want to go and check out my social media links, they're in the description below. My email also in the description below too, if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And on a last note, go and download the best footballing app out there, OneFootball. That would be much appreciated by me. It does help to support the future content created on this channel. And like I said, I do have a promo video which I am ready to roll out for everybody now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. That is much appreciated by me. Like I said, if you want to go and download the best footballing app out there, all you need to do is go and download OneFootball through the link at the top of my description. The new City Extra tweet. Have I missed some news? Is something happening there? The City Extra boys have got the eyes emojis going. Am I missing something? Is something happening? What am I missing? Let me head on to there. We've got Lewis on there. Do you know what's most disappointing about Man City Extra on Twitter? Is that they don't follow me back. Which hurts my feelings. Hurts my feelings a lot. I'm just kidding. Anyway, we're only one like away from 200 likes. So their tweet, let me have a look. So it's a City scout was in attendance at the Copa Libert. Oh, I'm not saying it, okay. Right, final to monitor Palmeiras midfielder Patrick Dupola, 21 years old, who is protected by a huge €100 million release clause. However, the player was left on the bench and was only brought on after 78 minutes. There we go. I don't really know anything about the player, if I'm honest. There we go. That's an interesting story there. City seems to be having a really good look at South American players recently, particularly from Brazil. I'm not too sure what that's all about, but there we go. We'll have to wait and see. There we go. Right, so that's been my transfer series near enough completed. So certainly the transfer deadline day live special done, dusted, signed, sealed and delivered. Manchester City have been very quiet in delivering their signed, sealed and delivered transfers in this window. It's been a very quiet one for everybody. Yeah, hopefully the summer transfer window will be a lot more exciting, which I certainly think it will be. And I will 100% be doing my daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the summer transfer window as well. So make sure that you do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. That would be much appreciated by me. Carry on until it closes. I'm way too busy to be carried on this live stream until transfer deadline day is done. Oh man, no. I'll throw that one back at you. You go live and do that. That's not happening here. So yeah, do subscribe and stay tuned for them daily Manchester City transfer updates. That would be much appreciated. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up on this live stream if you do enjoy this video. Over, bam, 200 likes. We've smashed it now. So thank you very much for that. That is much appreciated by me. Today, Kerry is the transfer deadline day. That's hence transfer deadline day live. Is deadline day today is when the window does close. Yeah, social media links are in the description below. I always butcher my exits on these live streams, if I'm honest. I'll just stick to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you all again for the next video, which will be the last daily Manchester City transfer update until the summer transfer window opens, which obviously I'll be doing ready for you guys for tomorrow, and then it will be with our live watch-alongs, match analysis and reviews, steady transfer updates when there is a bit of news, and there we go. JSGC is the transfer goat. Thank you very much for that, Manchester City Extra. And yeah, I'll see you all again very soon for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope everyone is staying safe and well out there. And I'll see you all again very soon. I've been JSGC signing out of this daily Manchester City transfer malarkey. We'll see you again in the summer. Peace. Ciao for now.